Are underway, and for the first time in history, your Bakersfield Condors are in the Western Conference Finals, facing off against the juggernaut Alaska Aces. I'm joined now by Condors head coach Troy Mann. And Troy, I got to tell you, Alaska's one heck of a team, the best record in the ECHL during the regular season. You guys split up in Anchorage. How was all that?
Well, I mean, I think anytime you start the playoffs series on the road and get a split, it always gives yourself a chance.
Yeah.
And I think once we got that win on Saturday, which, we could have won Friday as well. I mean, they're both games well played, and I think, both teams are pretty evenly matched.
Right.
And certainly they are the best team in the league. And but, when you can come out there with a split, there's always a chance.
During the regular season, they were the best team in the league. We've seen it happen at all levels. The Montreal Canadiens, the number 4 seed, just dethroned the Boston Bruins in the NHL. They had the best record in the regular season in all of the National Hockey League. The Alaska Aces with the same thing here in the ECHL. Now, the Aces are 9-0-2, 2 overtime losses, one of those at the hands of the Condors in the playoffs. The Condors, 9-3 in the playoffs, no overtime losses, bringing me to my next point. They call you guys the Cardiac Condors. Because you seem to be putting out the lights in OT.
Yeah, I mean, the guys believe, and you got to go into each overtime just 100% believe that you're going to be getting that goal, and you can't change your game. You just got to continue to play and stick to the game plan. And we did get some puck luck along the way with those goals, but yeah, we've earned it, and hopefully the overtime wins continue.
And what's the journey been like for you so far? Obviously, you guys started the season, I know we've talked about it a lot. You started 0-10-1.
Right.
Real tough start. You're in the Western Conference Finals now, the class of the league. How's this journey been?
Well, it's been it's quite remarkable, but it's hats off to the players that the core guys that are still around, and the changes we made, that they've bought into a system and a structure that's worked, and we've just gotten better and better as the season and each month went on, and we set goals, and next thing you know, you're winning 2 out of every 3, and you're climbing the ladder, and we just got a bunch of guys that really believe that every night they can win the hockey game. And we talked about it in October, and back when we were 1-10-1, nobody really probably thought we were all crazy. But there's so much parity, and if guys just continue to get better and better as players and believe that they can win, anything's possible. And I think that's what's happened here. And it's been a great run, and I don't think anybody in the locker room or the organization in general wants it to end.
And you guys have got a lot of depth in that team. Not a lot of superstar. It's not focused on one player. There's a guy on the Aces, Nick Mazzolini. Is that it? Right. 17 points in 9 games. How are you guys containing him?
Well, he's very difficult. I mean, he's one of the best players in the league. He's a veteran guy that's been around, and especially on the road, it's very difficult to get your line matchups and that kind of thing. So, he has gotten his points, and but we've been able to manage to get that split. So, we've certainly got a game plan going forward here, starting tomorrow night, to hopefully contain his line as much as we can, because I do think they are the best line, certainly in the Western Conference. And it's just a matter of trying to contain them and making sure that we're keeping the games nice and tight, checking and low scoring, and
play your kind of game.
Absolutely. I mean, you have to play your kind of game, and I think both Game 1 and Game 2 played out exactly how we wanted to, in terms of how we need to play to win or to eventually beat these guys. So we just got to continue. Condors hockey.
Hoping for a sellout. I'd love to see that at the Rabobank. You guys have got a wild schedule. We've only got a few seconds left here, Coach. But you guys have 3 games in a row. That's really, really rare. Ideally, Game 3 would have been last night. 4 or 5 days rest. Now, there's a reason for this. Apparently, Bruno Mars has rented out the Rabobank Arena, and he's warming up there. He's had warm-ups.
Yeah, there's the Rabo is taken for the last 3-4 nights, and we'll get our ice back tomorrow morning. And you're right, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. Wednesday, Friday, Saturday is your ideal type of scheduling, but it's equal for both teams as well.
That's right. They both got to play.
Absolutely. So we'll take over the ice tomorrow morning and hopefully get a big win here starting Friday, because that's all we want to focus on is the next game.
Absolutely. Next, Coach, thanks so much for coming in. All right.